Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today I am starting Black Clover. So yeah, this is an interesting one. It's also a long one, so let me just say right up front, we're going to be doing this twice a week. We're going to be doing this one episode on Sunday, one episode on Tuesday. They're going to be two separate videos. I thought about doing just two episodes in one video, but I actually asked on Twitter, and people would rather have two separate videos for the episode. So yeah, so Sunday and Tuesday we're going to be doing Black Clover, and of course, if you're watching this after the fact in the playlist, obviously it doesn't really matter to you, does it? But that's how we're doing it for anyone watching this week to week. So yeah, we're doing two episodes. So why Black Clover? I don't really know much about this show, at all. I know it is a shonen battle anime, and the reason that I know this is because, let's see, what was it, a couple months ago now, I quit watching Jujutsu Kaisen because I was so miserable watching that show. If anyone is new here and you don't know, yeah, I did not like Jujutsu Kaisen. I got through about the middle of season 2 and I dropped it because it was just driving me insane with every passing episode. And I fully acknowledge that I am in a minority on this. But when I posted the final video of that, where I just said, I'm done, I'm quitting, I'm not going on with Jujutsu Kaisen, there were a number of people in the comments that said that they thought that I would like Black Clover. And I thought that was really interesting. They say that Black Clover is sort of not exactly the most mainstream shonen anime. It's basically passed under the radar when Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and My Hero were going on. And so I'm curious. You got me curious, but you guys said that essentially this show avoids problems that I've had with shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero Academia, and that got me intrigued. It certainly got me intrigued. And then I saw the length of this show, and I thought, well, there's no way I could do that. It's got 170 episodes or something, and I'm pretty sure it's not even done yet. But then I thought, as I was reaching the end of Vinland Saga, which is the last show that we finished off, I thought, well, I'm not doing so many shows right now, and if I added 2 episodes of a show, maybe this could work. So instead of taking 3 years to just catch up to where it is now, it'll take about 1.5 years to go through the episodes that are currently available. Now, whether or not they're going to release another season, between now and then, I don't know, but at the very least, we're in for 1.5 years. But you guys got me intrigued. You guys definitely got me intrigued about this show because you think that I will like it, which means I'm going to be hypercritical about it. No, I am going to obviously be critical about it, but hey, if you guys think I'm going to enjoy this, based on what I said in my Jujutsu Kaisen videos, then it makes me intrigued. It makes me want to watch this. So just know that if it does go off the rails, I will blame you all. But if it goes off the rails and I don't end up liking it, then I will just drop it, But it's gonna really work to do that. The 2 shows that I have dropped are Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero Academia. Those had to really, really screw up to high heaven for me to drop those. I finished Attack on Titan, and I thought Attack on Titan, the final season, was a train wreck, I thought there were a lot of problems in the latter half of Attack on Titan, but I still finished it, so. And the Lord knows I've had my problems during JoJo, and I finished that too, so. So it would really have to work to get me. It would really have to piss me off to stop watching this show, I think. So I think we're good. We are going to be watching this in the sub, not the dub. Mainly because nowadays I do like to keep a balance between sub and dub here on the channel. And the last show that we did, Vinland Saga, I watched subbed, so I thought, well, this can replace that. And also because it is a shonen battle anime, I thought, you know what? I haven't watched a shonen battle anime in Japanese yet, so why don't I try that out? So, it is the first episode of the series, so the full-length reaction is available. The full unedited reaction, I should say, down in the description or into the pinned comment. Basically, you just got to sync it up. You click play on the video. There'll be a count in of 3, 2, 1, and that's when you click play on your copy of Black Clover. I can't give you the full episode because piracy and stuff like that, but it's easy as can be to find. I'm watching it on Crunchyroll. You probably don't need Crunchyroll. I'm sure it's probably on like Netflix or somewhere else that you can find it. You probably have access to it. Also, if you are new here, the actual normal edited reaction that we do is not actually in the YouTube video. Again, for copyright reasons. I'm sure you've seen these on other channels. I don't bother with the whole trying to put stuff over the image to get rid of the copyright. I don't bother with any of that because I don't think it's... I think it detracts from the viewing experience. So all you have to do is head down. Also, in the pinned comment, there will be a link there. It says, watch the reaction highlight there, here. You click on that link and there you go. It's just the reaction edited. You don't have to do anything else. It has footage. You can watch it. And when you're done with either of those, I do encourage you to come back here to this YouTube video and we'll do the discussion because we always like to discuss these episodes. So, with all of that being said, why don't we just jump right into episode 1 of Black Clover? Here we go. Okay, so I seem to be wrong. Yuno does not share the same voice as Canute. He does share the same voice, the same Japanese voice as Mahito, but we won't hold that against him, so... Oh, god damn it. Try to write Asta into Google. It autocorrects as pasta. Good friggin' grief, man. Alrighty. Okay, episode 1. Wow, what an interesting premise. So, does this count as medieval fantasy? I kind of want to say it does. You know, it kind of reminds me, honestly, even though this isn't medieval fantasy, but it reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. Which it could be around that same time. I guess we don't know. We haven't seen a car. I don't know. Honestly, the stuff we've seen hasn't really been medieval. We've just seen this town that has farms and magic. I only say medieval fantasy mainly because of the wizard that we saw. Or the master of the Tower of the Grimoires was... I mean, he was just a classic wizard, you know? He got the hat, he got the robe... You know? So that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. It could be more similar to Full Metal Alchemist. Just this sort of vague time period. It's like, it's not modern, but it's not, not exactly medieval. So, I don't know. But it's interesting. I really enjoyed I really enjoyed just the location off the bat. So that's really interesting. And then we have... our two leads, Asta and Yuno. They're interesting. So, alright. I will be curious to see where we're going with Asta. Because, first impression is, this guy's loud, you know? He's incredibly loud, but, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It kind of reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal a little bit, the main character in that, Yuma, where he was this energetic young kid, and that was a turnoff to some people, where it's just he's constantly screaming like, I'm gonna be the best and stuff, and that was a turnoff to a lot of people with that show. With Asta, it's like, he's just from the very second, really, that we see him, and he's just doing his best to propose to nun waifu girl. It's just like, it's too much. It's a little too much, but I'm wondering if, like, if he's just an energetic kid, that'll be fine. I hope, like, maybe they tone it back just a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see. So, we'll have to see how it goes, you know? But yeah, so that's interesting. And I mean, just the immediate difference between Asta and Yuno is just so apparent, you know? Now, one thing I was gonna do... can I not? I guess not. Well, the subtitles seem to be a little big, but I don't know. I guess I can't change that. Oh well, it's fine. Probably nobody noticed. Probably you guys are happier with bigger subtitles anyway for when you're watching it, so... Anywho. But yeah, just the difference between Asta and Yuno immediately. It's like, okay, here's this really loud kid who doesn't have any magic, and here's the cool guy. You know, everybody loves him. You know, he's so cool. He's got his magic, and he's got the 4-leaf clover grimoire, but it's interesting because it's like, I'm wondering if, you know, I'm honestly wondering if Yuno has been kind of hard on Asta to make sure that he kept going, you know, like maybe if it's a sort of tough love thing. I could see that. I could see something like that. Because yeah, in that moment, it's like with everything, you know, with all of his determination not to give up, you know, all he needed was a bit more, just a bit of that push from Yuno in order to do that. And then, yeah, he got his grimoire. Like, Yuno does see great things within him, but it's a tough love thing. It's absolutely a tough love thing. And so with that, okay, I can get behind that. You know? I can get behind that. But yeah. So, and it's also interesting too, because it's like, yeah, with the ending, it's like, you know, yeah, it does seem like Yuno is going to become the Wizard King. You know, he has the original Wizard King's grimoire. He will be the Great Wizard King. Asta is clearly going to be something different, you know? He's clearly going to be something different, so I'm curious. I mean, of all the things, I didn't expect his power to be demonic, you know? It's like, oh, well, you have the 3-leaf clover, which is faith, love, and the third thing that I can't remember. And then you have the 4-leaf clover. The fourth leaf has luck, you know? But the 5th, if you get a 5-leaf clover, that's for a demon. I wasn't expecting a demon, you know? So that's interesting. And then I'm so ready. See, this is the fun thing, because, you know, I get to watch the next episode now, because we're doing twice a week. So now I get to see freaking Revchi. I get to watch him get his anus kicked today, you know? So that'll be fun. Because this dude's so perfect. He comes in, he's got his freaking annoying voice, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm so much better than all of you," and he's like, "Oh my gosh, just ready for you to get your teeth kicked in," you know? So that'll be fun. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know how much else there is to really talk about. It's just that interesting. I mean, it also does feel, you know, we talked about the comparison to Zexal, but it is also very much My Hero Academia of everybody in this world has this great cool power thing. You know, for here it's magic, in My Hero it's quirks. But our main character, he just doesn't have that. And then he gets gifted, you know, like the most powerful power, basically. I do like, though, that it is just a difference between, you know, Asta and Deku, where it's like Deku was very sheepish, very, like, down his whole life, you know, and luckily was able to prove himself, in that crisis in the second episode, but, and get recognition and, you know, he was given this incredible chance to be a hero. With Asta, it's like, I like that from the beginning, he's like, no, I'm gonna friggin' do this. I'm gonna get my magic. I'm gonna get a grimoire. I'm gonna friggin' do this. And then, you know, it doesn't come. And even still, he's like, okay, setback, but I'm going to keep going, you know? Like, clearly he's frustrated. Clearly he's angry about this, but he is going to keep going, and I like that. You know, the kid, you know, this kid has a fire in his heart, and that will not go out anytime soon. And if anything, it is that incredible fire that has kept him going and probably will now propel him to the top with this new power, you know? With his grimoire, the Black Clover, you know? He now has the powers of a demon. That'll be interesting. I'm just curious, like, what does that entail? What does that mean, you know? Now, granted, we live at a church, you know? We live at a church. We're raised by a priest, and he's trying to date a nun, but still, he's trying to marry a nun, so maybe they have some knowledge about it. I don't know. I will be curious. I'll definitely be curious. I hope, too, that part of it is also the fact that he is so physically strong, because that's all he's been able to build up over the years, you know? Like, I like that difference where it's like, yes, he is shorter than Yuno, but I like that you can clearly see the difference in their builds. Like, Yuno is skinny. He is a skinny, tall, lanky dude, but Asta, like, he's fit. He is incredibly strong, you know? So adding on top of that the demon magic, I'll just be so curious to see how that factors in, you know? So yeah. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. A good first impression. I'm really curious to see where this is going, and I might as well just get right onto it. So we'll be back on Tuesday for episode 2, or if you're watching this after the fact, you can just move on straight to the next episode like me. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Black Clover reactions, all one of them at the moment, as well as another video or playlist on screen. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.